Good afternoon. Welcome to the daily briefing at St. Clair County EMA, where we're joined by Sam Bierman from the Health Department. Getting better.
We're getting better. We are. We're not quite where we want to be yet, but we are certainly on the road to getting better.
Good.
So for today, the numbers that we will report to you for St. Clair County are St. Clair County residents that have been tested, and we are at 3,331 residents that have been tested, with 735 positive test results, which is an increase of 41 from yesterday, and that includes both males and females from under 10 up to their 80s. We are at 2,528 negative test results and 68 results that are still pending. And we do have a little bit of sad news to report today. We are reporting one additional death, so that does bring our total to 56. And that new death is a male in his 40s who had unknown health conditions. And as always, our thoughts and prayers and sympathies go out to that family. For state totals, we are at 416,331 that have been tested, with 76,085 positive test results, which is an increase of 2,325 from yesterday. And we are reporting 3,349 deaths for the state, which is an increase of 108 from yesterday. For hospitalization numbers, and those are for hospitals that are in St. Clair County, we have 48 patients that are admitted due to COVID-related reasons, and 4 of those are currently on ventilators. For congregate living facilities that are in outbreak status, and that is 2 or more staff or residents that are either COVID positive or who have COVID-like symptoms, Bria of Belleville with 22 cases and 2 deaths, Bria of Cahokia with 7 cases and no deaths, Caritas Family Solutions in Belleville with 6 cases and no deaths, Colonnade of O'Fallon that has 3 cases and no deaths, Four Fountains in Belleville, which currently has 93 cases and 13 deaths, Help at Home in O'Fallon has 5 cases and no deaths, Lebanon Care Center in Lebanon has 34 cases and 7 deaths, Memorial Care Center in Belleville has 43 cases and 5 deaths, St. Paul's Home in Belleville has 6 cases and 1 death, and TDL Incorporated in Belleville has 4 cases and no deaths. And now I will turn it over to Chairman Kern for his update.
Great. Thank you, Sam. So we remember it was a little over a week ago, I think, that Governor Pritzker handed out his plan called Restore Illinois, and it gave all the metrics that we're going to have to meet to be able to open up again, open up businesses in a gradual fashion. You know, it's good to report with Sam's numbers today that we've met those metrics for the past 7 days. So much of the report talks about 14-day spans, so we're doing it. By sticking together and practicing good hygiene, wearing a mask when you go out, all these things are helping to get our numbers where we want them to be so we can get our lives back to as normal as possible. And of course, you know, that normality really will come back in full force once a vaccine has been developed. That is in our future, we hope. But the good news is we're going to be able to get back to a new normalcy in pretty short order if our numbers keep going the way they are right now. So 7 days so far, we've met all the metrics. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. We'll be able to continue and succeed in our goal of getting back to normal. So a person who's certainly been working hard to make sure that all of us are safe out there, not just during COVID-19, but all the time, is Sheriff Rick Watson. The sheriff's here today. Sheriff, let's just go into it. This has been a kind of a difficult time for law enforcement. You operated a jail. How's it going?
You know, it is difficult, Chairman, but we've been doing a great job. Now, we've been taking our precautions. We've been doing everything we're supposed to be doing, you know, but we haven't got a case in the jail yet. Now, a lot of that is luck. You know, well, I shouldn't say a lot of it luck. Some of it is luck because we're fighting a virus we can't see. It's not like a bug sitting in the corner and we can see it and vacuum it up. And everybody in the jail's been doing a wonderful job. The guys on the road's been doing a wonderful job. The cleaning staff has been doing a wonderful job. And, you know, some people who don't get credit sometimes is the state's attorney's office. They've been doing a wonderful job communicating with us daily on if there's somebody we need to get out of jail. And it could be for health reasons. We're watching all the inmates' health, but and they're checking to see if people really need to be there. Either the crime doesn't fit the punishment, right now, or they're having health issues and we move them on to a health facility. But no, I couldn't be happier. Now, we are lucky too, but everybody is doing a wonderful job.
And you've got cleaning practices that have been ramped up. You're taking temperatures of everybody who's being admitted to the jail. Are all the jail workers getting their temperatures taken too?
Everybody gets their temperature taken every day they come in. Every day I come in, I get my temperature taken also. But if you go back when I first became sheriff, I said the first thing we needed to do was clean that jail up. And we did that. And we've maintained that over all these years, and look what's happening today. If our cleanliness level was like it was in 2012, we'd probably have COVID in the jail right now. But it's a credit to everyone, including the inmates. The inmates get cleaning supplies, they clean up. We have a block of the week where, they get extra popcorn and little movie privileges and things like that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't cost taxpayers money for treating people with COVID, much less, some other kind of a infection or something like that going around the jail.
There was a big staff outbreak at one point in the jail, and
absolutely,
this cleaning has taken care of it.
Oh yeah, let me tell you. And everybody is going to change their ways from now on. I don't think that we're ever going to go back to just the normal way we've always done business. Even if we get a vaccine, it's always going to be here that there's viruses like this around all the time.
So speaking of going back to normal, you never really left normal, did you, when it came to enforcement of laws?
No. And what we did right from the beginning, I told everybody, I said, we cannot stop enforcing the law. We cannot stop keeping people safe because we're afraid of getting the virus. We just take the precautions we need to do to keep ourselves safe, but we have to stop cars. We have to patrol neighborhoods. We have to talk to people. We have to do all the things that we're paid to do every single day, because a lot of times we are the last line of defense. There is nobody else you call. It's us. And we're going to continue to do our job, and we've been doing a great job.
How about traffic? Are you seeing a lot more high-speed action?
Absolutely. Of course, there's fewer people out on the road, so some of the ones that are out there decide that, well, we'll test our car, and we've wrote tickets for 110 and a 55. So that's the kind of things we're dealing with right now. But if you don't take care of that, now somebody gets hit, somebody's on a cell phone, somebody else gets hurt or killed, and we want to prevent that. We want to make sure it's a safe environment for everybody to drive on the road.
So as far as COVID enforcement, I know that we've had some complaints about people congregating in parks, and you're able to just talk to people and they understand and they separate.
Absolutely, and that's what we've been doing. We've been trying to reason with people. This is trying time for everybody. It's a trying time for us. Even though we're working throughout this, it's a trying time. And, our daily lives have been disrupted. I don't go and eat out every night like I used to and things like that. I'm learning how to cook. Guess what?
Uh-oh.
And so is my wife.
Yeah, how about that?
But, we just need to think about things, and we got to think about them differently. Here in this country, we haven't had to deal with MERS and SARS and Ebola and all these things that you see on the national news. Now we've got something that was on the national news in our own country, and we've got to deal with it. We're going to have to change the way we do things from now on, even if we get a vaccine, I think.
Anything coming out of this that you're just going to carry on that maybe you didn't think about before?
Absolutely. You know, we're going to start taking temperatures every day. You know, even if we get past all this, they open up everything, we're still going to maintain the health standards that we do right now, and the cleanliness standards that we do right now. I think it's good business, and it's good business for our taxpayers who are going to end up paying these bills if we let, you know, another outbreak like this into the jail or even our employees. We're going to change the way we do business.
Before this even kind of ramped up, you called me and you were ordering foggers that you were going to use in the jail for disinfectant. Now, I don't know if they ever came in. I think there's been a supply chain hiccup, but that's a great idea anytime.
Oh, absolutely, and we should be using them anyway. You know, with the jail, we get different types of people in there. You know, we get homeless people, we get people that don't have insurance, that can't keep up on their hygiene and things like this. We've always got issues like this going on, so it's a great tool that we're going to have once we do get it. But it's going to be a great tool for us.
Well, you're doing a great job. I hear it all over town. People are happy with your operation, and certainly we appreciate what all your deputies and your jailers and everybody that works for you is doing, and we appreciate you, Sheriff.
We try hard.
You
try hard.
You succeed.
All right.
Herb?
Well, Sheriff, we appreciate your calls every week on the conference calls. You always added a lot to that, and I know I bug you every now and then, and hopefully we've been meeting the PPE supplies. We'll keep them going because I know you're going through them over there, and it's they're being used, so
Right.
we get them in all the time. So appreciate you coming in
No,
today.
you guys are doing a great job. I'm telling you.
Now we're going to hear about the zip codes.
Yeah, and I know one person out there that wants to hear about the zip codes.
Two, my mom. Too. So 62201, we remain static at 12 COVID positive individuals. 62203, we have 24. That number is the same also. In 62204, we now have 32. That is an increase of 1. In 62205, we now have 34. That is an increase of 2. In 62206, we have 67. That's an increase of 5. In 62207, we have 45. That is an increase of 7. In 62208, we have 39. That is an increase of 1. In 62220, we have 76. That is an increase of 11. In 62221, we have 59. That's an increase of 2. In 62223, we have 39. That is an increase of 1. In 62226, we now have 89. That's an increase of 6. In 62232, we remain at 8. 62239, the number is now 11. That's an increase of 1 COVID positive. In 62254, we remain at 19. In 62257, we now have 8. That is an increase of 1. In 62258, we have 14. In 62269, we now have 61. That's an increase of 4. And in 62285, we remain static at 6. So those are the zip codes, Herb.
Well, we thank you for that, Chairman, and just to wrap up here a little bit, Sam had a little bit better news today. Yes, we had 1 death, which is better than what we've been reporting. The numbers are going in the right direction, and I want to thank each and every one of you who have been helping to do that. Yous are on that front line also. We talk about our first responders. When we're all really out there on the front line, we have to do our part. When the sheriff came in today, he had his mask on. So it's a tribute to all of you to help keep those numbers going in the right direction. I just want to say we'll be back here tomorrow. Yes, it is Mother's Day, but we're committed to seeing this thing through. On behalf of Chairman Kern and all the staff, all the employees, all the department heads of St. Clair County, we want to wish all of you a happy Mother's Day. We'll be back here tomorrow about 3:30 for the next briefing. We'll be joining you with Cindy and Daisy here momentarily to translate this into our Spanish communities. Thank you.